Hey y'all, it's your girl Jay. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't already know, I am a flight attendant with a large US-based airline carrier. In today's video, I'll be answering some of the top flight attendant questions that I get across all of my social media. We're gonna do my makeup and get ready, do my hair while I answer some of your questions. So interested? Let's go.
When they say she get it from her mama, I'ma say you got it right. Body rude is unpolite. Don't be in the humble type. Tell me, is you down? Cause I'm tryna go up tonight. Posing hoochies left to right. I just wanna live in a fantasy.
So the first question is, what's the money like? How are y'all paid? Do you like the money? So y'all already did my eyebrows, because listen, I can't do my eyebrows on camera. When you first start as a flight attendant, I'm gonna just keep it all the way real. You're gonna be broke. That's just what it is. You make the most money as you go along. You invest your time. The more time you put in, the more money you make. This topic can be debated because some people's definition of money may be different from my definition of what money is. So when you first start as a flight attendant, you can make anywhere from 30,000, that's minimum. And if you pick up extra hours, maybe like 50, 60,000. To me, that's not like a lot of money for the amount of work that you got to put in. I'm using the Morph. The color that I'm using is the Rich Sturdy. You're not gonna make no money when you first start. The second question is, what does commuting mean? When you're with an airline, all airlines have bases that you can fly out of, multiple bases. If you don't live in base, then you have to commute. Now my advice is always pick an airline based on what's close to you. For my airline, they have a base in Baltimore. I live in Baltimore. I don't have to commute. Now my previous airline that I was with, regional, my commute was 1.5 hours. Usually at all airlines, you gotta be within 2 hours of your base. So my commute was 1.5 hours. Baltimore to Philly. I would always suggest pick an airline that has a base close to your home or wherever you live at, so that you don't have to deal with the hassle of commuting to where getting a crash pad. Crash pads are not cheap. Buying a hotel every 5 seconds when you need to be in base because you're on reserve. Because when you first start, you're gonna be on reserve, and if you don't know, reserve is like being on call. You have to be in base when you're on call or within 2 hours of the base. Because who wanna pay for money? Like, who wanna keep paying for hotels and paying for Airbnbs and you already not making no money? Like, what? So my third question is, do I still like being a flight attendant? So I've been a flight attendant for 6 years. Being a flight attendant, when you've been in it for a while, it's like phases. You go through phases. You're gonna love it, you're gonna hate it, you're gonna like it. Love, hate, and like. That's what the three gonna be. If you get any worse than hate it, then you need to find a different career. But I go through phases. Right now, I'm in a phase of I just like it. I'm back liking it because before I came to this company that I'm at, I hated it. And then when I switched companies, I liked it again. I know that it's an investment type of job. I know this for a fact that you can make a lot of money once you put your time in. You know, at this point, it's a job. It pays the bills. And I'm not necessarily bored. And it's very flexible. My schedule is flexible. I usually 9 times out of 10 can get whatever day that I want off. Next, I'm going to be going in with my concealer. It's the Tarte Creaseless Concealer. I love this concealer. It's actually really, really good. It's just like with any other job. When you've been there a while, you get tired of it. Jobs come with what they come with. Just like every other job. What is dating like? So I'm single. I only was in like a relationship with this career for like 1.5 years, and through that whole relationship, amongst everything else, it wasn't just the job that was the issue, but part of it was, you know, you're away from your person all the time, and people have trust issues. People don't like to be away from their person every 5 seconds. People hate this. Dating is hard. And then, you know, it's always the people that's like, oh my God, you're a flight attendant. We get this stereotype that flight attendants just like, oh, you got a boo here, you got a boo there, all this other stuff. You know, for real though, it's not what people like. For me, I'm gonna say for me, and I got a lot of flight attendant friends. It's not like that. Like, y'all think we be just like, oh my God, I got a nigga in my room this night, I got a nigga in my room that night, no. We be sleep, we be tired, we be sleep, and we be eating food and going to sleep. That's it. 9 times out of 10, it's not about no nigga. Like, it's not about no guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but dating can be tough because some people just don't like, some people really like for their person, male or woman, to wake up next to them in the bed, and that's just what it is. And if you can't respect that, then if you as me, somebody tell me that, then that means that you're not gonna work. If you can't respect my job and my career, then that's just not gonna work. It's a lot of times it's like that for us. That's why you see a lot of women that's in this career field, they date pilots or they date other flight attendants, because when you got somebody that understands your workspace or what you got going on and understand how this aviation life is as far as pilots and flight attendants, it's easier. But I like my alone time. So Me being away some nights is not, it was never really a problem for me. This is the Laura Mercier translucent powder in the color medium deep. I'm going to powder my face down with that. The next question is, do they pay for your hotels? Of course they pay for our hotels. Do you think that we pay for every hotel that we go to on the overnight? Are y'all crazy? Of course they do. Yes, they pay for our hotels when we are working. They gotta pay for us if they have somewhere to sleep so that we can get up and work whatever flight we're supposed to work the next day. So yes, they do pay for our hotels. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is, I get these little creases right here after some time of wearing the makeup. So I'm gonna take this powder and I'm gonna just simply put it in my crease like that. Just like that. I'm gonna let it sit there and then I'm gonna brush it off and blend it in. The next question is, how does the interview process work? Now the interview process, it can be different for all airlines depending on which one you go to, but it's pretty much the same thing. You apply, you might get a video interview where it's not a real person, you answering questions, and if you make it past that, you go to the face-to-face. That's pretty much how it is. Oh, and then you, before those two, it's usually like some kind of questionnaire that you gotta pass. So it's usually those 3 steps. Depending on what airline you go to. Some people don't have the questionnaire. You fill out the application and then you might do a video interview, not a real person, and then they might call you in for the face-to-face. So it just all depends, but it's pretty much questionnaire, video, face-to-face. Those 3 things. When I got hired for my second company, it took me 10 months. It was a 10-month process. That's not including training. Training was a month long. So altogether it was 11 months, but the whole, from the day I applied to when I went to training, it was 10 months. The next thing I want to do is just put some eyeliner on. Y'all, this is a basic beat. It's not nothing too crazy. I'm going to my dad's birthday dinner. And I'm not a makeup artist, but I do what I can do. What is the difference between regional and mainline? So that's a good question. Before I got with my company that I'm with now, I was with Piedmont. Piedmont is a regional airline of the American Air Group. You have Piedmont, you got Envoy, you got PSA. They all wholly owned by the American Air Group. There's plenty other regional airlines that are contracted into some of the bigger airlines, but basically mainline is you're with the actual company. You got United, Delta, Southwest, American. All of them except Southwest have regional airlines. You're not with the main carrier of the airline. I don't really know how to explain it, but that's just what it means. It's just subsidiary versus the main airline. That's the only way I can explain it. You can Google what is a regional airline and it'll explain it to you, because that's the only way I know how to explain it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Becca Glow and I'm going to use it and put it on my T-line for right here and right here and right here, right here. All of these questions about being a flight attendant are good questions, y'all. I'm telling you, if I would have knew half of this stuff that I'm telling y'all before I even became a flight attendant, whew, I would be so well off. I'm telling you, if you want to be a flight attendant, my advice is do not go to a regional. I mean, you can if you want to, and you're not looking for it to pay your bills, or you're not looking for it to be like your main career. You can if you want to, but if you're looking for this to be a career, my advice is go to a mainline carrier. Go to United, go to Delta, go to American, go to Southwest. Because I wasted so much time. Like, I wasted time at the small airlines, and I didn't even have to. I would have known what I knew now. Now, sometimes regional help you because it helped me. I ain't gonna lie. It helped me realize this is serious business. The stuff that you did at your regional, they're not gonna let you get away with at this big airline. You will get fired and they won't think twice about it. What I miss about my regional airlines is that I knew my managers. Like, I knew them, like they knew me and I knew them. Not to say that these managers don't know me, but I had a relationship. If I had a problem, it was always like, okay, I can go talk to my manager. I can call them pretty much at any time of the day. You know, it was they was there to help me. Not to say that this company doesn't help me, but it's so many of us. We just a number. I was a number there, but it was just different. You know what I'm saying? So it's pros and cons to regional and mainline and all this other stuff, and one of them is the managerial parts of it. That's all I'm going to say. So the next thing we're going to do is go in with this blush right here. It's by BH Cosmetics Chocolate Cherry Truffle, and I'm just now becoming a blush girl because I didn't used to be a blush girl like at all. And I just take the bottom two and I mix them up, and I just simply like just go like that. Cheese. I'm just now becoming this type of girl because I was not Absolutely not a blush girl, but it does make everything look so much prettier. I ain't even gonna lie to you, that's why I started really using it. So let's see what the next question is. Am I gonna make this a career? My goal is to, at my company, you can work as little or as much as you want. You can bring your boy down to absolutely nothing. You don't have to fly at all if you don't want to. All you gotta do is go to the recurrent yearly training that they do. So my goal is to make as much money to fund my lifestyle from YouTube. Y'all, that means like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video. I am trying to make it so that YouTube funds my life and I don't have to fly as much, and I just become a traveling lifestyle content creator and not as much flight attendant stuff. That's my goal. I really am not trying to make this whole YouTube page all the way about flight attendant things, but the audience loves it. I would keep this job and have it for insurance and, you know, stuff like that, but my goal is to not fly as much as I can, as much as I don't want to fly like all the time. I have no desire to do that. Flying all the time will burn you out. You're gonna feel like you hate the job. You gotta make it so like you not putting that much time in to the job and not putting no time to yourself. You gotta put time to yourself. You gotta take care of yourself, and you cannot burn out. Once you burn out, you're gonna feel like, oh, I don't want to come here. You're gonna start slacking at work. You might even get in trouble because you're gonna start forgetting stuff, because it's gonna be like, oh, I don't want to be here anyway. Let me not pay attention and show up as my best self. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's my goal. I already slowed down working because I used to work 6 days on 1 day off, and I was getting real depressed, crying on my overnights, all types of stuff, because it's just a lot. This job always want to show glitz and glam and everything is so fine and all this stuff, until you get down to the real holy feel and you in that room crying by yourself because you're depressed. Take care of yourself. Don't fly a whole lot. Fly what makes you feel good. Now some months I do fly like 200 hours, 130 something hours, but then sometimes I just do my base 80 hours, 90. That's real like minimum to me, and that works for me because I don't feel like hella tired. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is my lip. I'm gonna be going in with this NYX brown lip liner, but I like to fill in my lip like all the way. And then the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this pink lip gloss. This is by Brooke. She has a makeup line based here in Baltimore. It's called the Brooke Maya collection. I will put it at the bottom of this video. So I'm just gonna take this right and put it on like such, and just rub it in. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is add this ponytail. If y'all haven't already, I did a tutorial on this on my TikTok, and I did it long form and posted it across all platforms. So I'm going to add this ponytail to my head, and then I'm put my clothes on, and we should be ready to go. It's just simply, you can open it. Y'all can see like I put my finger inside of it. Like you can just slip your ponytail right inside. You slip your ponytail right inside of here, and then this strap wraps around. This ponytail is linked in my Amazon storefront if y'all don't already know. So I'm gonna just slip this on. Okay, so it is in, and then I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna brush it. I'm gonna tighten it a little bit, and I'm gonna wrap it around. Like this is like the easiest ponytail ever. Like I really love this ponytail. Like it's so just, and you just keep wrapping it around. And as you can see, it's coming together. I like to look at it to see, you know, how it looks from the side to see if it's giving. But sometimes if you don't wrap it up right, it ain't gonna look right. Then I just tuck that in, and I take a bobby pin and I just stick it right like in the back, just so I can make sure that it's in place. And just like that, it's in. You can see. Let me move y'all so y'all really can see. Okay, so y'all can kind of see like what it's giving. I like to take my mirror and just make sure it's all on correct. I can go really in depth with it, with all the answers and questions into the fights and stuff, but I need to know what y'all want to know. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. I holla, deuces.